Tonight you will hear 3 terrifying, true night shift horror stories. Real events told by the people who survived them. These are the moments when the night becomes a place of shadows, whispers, and things that should not exist. If you are ready, let us begin. Story 1, The Watcher Behind the Freezer. I was working the night shift at a small, 24-hour convenience store. The night was quiet, too quiet, the kind of silence that makes your heartbeat echo in your ears. At 2:14 in the morning, I noticed a shadow moving past the front door. I assumed it was just someone walking by and went back to stocking shelves. 10 minutes later, I looked toward the freezer section. Through the glass, in the dark reflection, I saw a pair of eyes staring at me. Wide, still, unblinking. I stepped closer, but the reflection shifted, as if the figure behind the glass leaned forward slightly, trying to see me better. I went outside to check, but the parking lot was completely empty. No movement, no voices, just cold, motionless air. When I returned inside, the CCTV monitor caught my attention. Someone had been standing behind the storage room door for several minutes. Tall, stiff, face hidden in shadow. Then the figure moved. It stepped slowly toward the freezer aisle, its body gliding more than walking. I froze. It reached the edge of the camera frame and vanished. I called the police. While I waited, the freezer glass fogged slightly, as if warm breath pressed against it from the outside. When officers arrived, the building was empty, but on the outer surface of the freezer door, they found a faint oval mark, the shape of a human face. Someone had been watching me through the glass. Story 2, The Elevator's Only Passenger. I worked the night shift at a small hotel, and for the longest time, nothing strange ever happened. Then one night, at 1:40 in the morning, the elevator started moving by itself. No one called it. The camera inside showed an empty elevator descending from the 5th floor. The doors opened on the lobby. No one was there. The interior looked normal, but something in the air felt colder than usual. The elevator then went down to the basement. Only staff could access that level, and at night it was always locked. The camera flickered when the doors opened. The hallway was completely dark, but just before the doors closed, a tall, thin silhouette appeared at the far end of the frame. Its head tilted slightly, as if listening for someone. The next flicker, and it was gone. Then the phone rang. The caller ID showed the maintenance room. No one should have been there. When I answered, a weak, trembling voice whispered, "It is breathing in the elevator. It is breathing. And now it is coming back up." The line went silent. I stared at the monitor. The elevator began rising slowly, making a sharp metallic scraping sound between each floor. I stepped back as it approached the lobby. The elevator reached the lobby floor. The doors opened slowly. Nothing was inside, but a sharp wave of cold air pushed into the room as if someone had been standing there moments earlier. I checked the maintenance room later that morning. The phone cable was cut. There was no way anyone could have called me from that line. Story 3, The Third Light in the Woods. My friends and I went camping near the edge of a dense forest. The night was peaceful at first, but around 3 in the morning, I woke up to a dragging sound outside. Not footsteps, something being pulled through the dirt. I looked through a small opening in the tent. In the distance, deep between the trees, I saw a faint light moving. We had placed only 2 lamps near our campsite. This was a third light, one we never set up. The light moved strangely, rising and falling as if someone was scanning the ground. Then it stopped completely. The forest became silent. A moment later, something brushed against the tent. Slow at first, then with more pressure, like a hand pressing against the fabric. I woke my friends. None of us dared to speak. The dragging sound circled the tent, then faded into the woods. At sunrise, we stepped outside and saw long, shallow marks in the dirt. Not footprints. They looked like handprints dragging forward toward our tent, then stopping only a few feet away. We walked to the place where the mysterious light had appeared. In the soil were 2 deep impressions, spaced as if someone had knelt there. The forest ranger later told us a man had gone missing in that area years ago. He had wandered into the woods at night with a lantern and was never found. Some campers still report seeing a third light moving slowly between the trees, always searching, never stopping. Outro. Thank you for listening to these stories. Creating them takes time, effort, and dedication, and your support means everything. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. We are human, and if there were any mistakes, we hope you understand. Thank you for being here. We appreciate every one of you.